Hello there, my name is K-Hug, you can call me Kyler, and welcome back to the hardcore Minecraft survival journey. In a world where every step could be your last, where danger lurks in every shadow, from humble beginnings to towering fortresses, witness every triumph and setback as we push the limits of survival in this unforgiving world. So grab your pickaxe, sharpen your sword, and prepare for an adventure unlike any other. Are you ready to brave the unknown? Let's do this. All right, well, it's been a few days locked in that little box in the hillside over there, and I was really hoping this grass would have spread during my time in our little humble hole over here. So I guess since that's not the case, what I'm going to do is we're going to continue on with production rather than sitting around AFK. First and foremost, the next thing we need to work on, since the base is, I would say, I don't know, what do you guys think? About 80% complete? I think there's things that it needs, some decor, some interior design, maybe some stuff around the outside, but I think it looks pretty good. I think we've done a pretty good job here. So what I want to focus on now is our little fishing hovel over here. And in order to do that, we're going to need a ton more spruce. So I'm going to do the roof structure, and maybe we'll even start lighting up or laying out what we're going to do for a kind of a water wheel. So I'm hoping to, now I realize these crops are kind of in the way, but we'll bring a little stream of water down right through here, and there'll be a big wheel on this side, and then the water will continue and flow into the river down here like it already does. But that's just going to give us the aesthetic that this is a fully functional kind of a flour mill, if you will. And then we're also going to use it, of course, as we've said many times before, we're going to use this as our area to come sit in here out on the dock, maybe, there we go, and fish for some good looty and booty. So let me go ahead and get those spruce trees chopped down, and then we can come over here and start working on how this roof is going to get laid out. All right, well, the sun is setting, but I did gather a few stacks of the spruce logs, and I've got some of the materials here in our pocket, in our inventory. Grab a little more spruce logs here. Let's just create, just a, it's probably too many. Let's just create some of these pieces that we may or may not need in this build. Let's just get a good collection here, a small palette, if you will. Maybe we'll grab just a few more of steps, and that looks good. Let's go ahead and also, is this trapdoor? Perfect. Let's grab a couple more trapdoors. I think that looks pretty good. So I've got a pretty good, I got some planks, got some stairs, got some slabs, got some fences, yada yada, and a bunch of extra spruce logs. It looks like we need to go ahead and, take a nap real quick, and then we can get on to the build. The other thing I want to incorporate is, like I said before, I'm going to try to bring this base into that tower. So I'm thinking about using this as the roof texture between the terracotta, the different granites, and the bricks. So we'll see what we have left of those. But first, a quick snooze. All right, at last, the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to get started with this roof. Now, I don't really have a plan, so we're just going to do this as we go. But I definitely want to start a few blocks above this little gradient bubble thing here. This bubble of, what is this? The basalts, or whatever that is? The calcite? I don't know, something like that. So I want to start right about there. So we will have to extend this building up a little bit. But first, I just want to outline this wooden structure that's going to hold up our roof first. So let me get on up there. I got some provisionary ladders so we don't hurt ourselves. I know we've got this little ordeal here, but let's go ahead and just throw some ladders in here as well. Give us another way up and down. And this one seems a little faster than jumping up all those stairs all the time. And it is almost the perfect amount. Nailed it. So where to begin? That is always the question. Where to begin? First off, this may be a bad idea, but seeing that thing in my inventory is annoying. Now, I can get started by, do we use a ladder maybe? We should probably get some dirt, but I guess we don't have it, so we use the cobblestone as our guide here. So I'm thinking 3 blocks above the window, which is really hard to see. Oh, goodness. Okay. If I come down, window, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 down from up here as well. We're going to have to probably stair step our way down right there. Okay. So the roof line's going to start here, and I've got myself down here a little ways because I'm going to put little corner blocks on here. We're going to use a bunch of different kind of materials. Oh, I want this to be... Okay, I'm kind of already at my first pass here. Let me go ahead and put that like so. All right, that is the official start of the roof. Let's give it a look. I like that. Now we're going to continue this little pattern around a full perimeter, and then we'll put pillars up in maybe one in each corner, maybe one down the middle to split this up, and then there'll be a top kind of a support, kind of a cap on this before the roof angles up. So let's go ahead and just jump right into this. Oh my goodness, these guys are never gonna stop spawning. Another party has spawned on our way back to the base. I don't know why this keeps happening. They literally spawn here all the time. I think I had 2 or 3 up over there. We got the guys in the boat. I did capture another pair somewhere. I don't know where they ran off to, but another party has arrived, which is not good for us. So we're gonna have to watch out when we're going home. We might take this back alleyway here just to get back. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. Well, unfortunately, we are already out of the clay, which I knew was going to be kind of our limiting resource here. Now, I could go get a bunch of clay, but I do want to see how this looks from the ground. We haven't really given it a step back here, so let me tear some of this down and make our way carefully back down to the ground. We've got a ton of other resources. We just got a lot of resources together, which is, you know, kind of seems to be the theme of this series, but it's so much more difficult when you're playing hardcore, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I could just be doing it wrong, but this is how we're... Oh, okay. Okay, the shape is... Oh, our buddies are still here. Can you guys stay there? All right, so the shape could take... So don't mind the cobblestone. Those were temporary blocks to get up there. But I don't mind the shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peak the roof steeply in that early direction, so the open end... Oh, goodness, I hate walking around with these guys behind me. The open end will be over here and on the other side over there. And so I think that's going to look pretty good. There is one more rim that goes around this for the roof itself, just to break this up and make this not look so ominous. It looks so prominent right now. It sticks out so much, but I think it'll definitely fade back. And then I need to also put more stone, which I'm smelting now, above in these areas here to fill all of that in. But I think it's contextually, or conceptually, looking pretty good. I think it's going to help when it's all done. It's definitely going to help tie all these things together. But as I said, we've got to do ourselves some justice, and we've got to start going around and gathering up the missing pieces like clay and everything else so we can finish this build. It sounds like our neighbors are here to visit. So what we're going to do is, this is my best thought. This is my best thought moving forward. I have a boat. And I know that rivers are predominantly filled with clay. So what I can do is take a few of our trusty shovels and head in the direction of the first river and get ourselves some more clay. But I thought in the meantime, or while we're out traveling the waterways, that we might also be able to do one of the one things I've never done in Minecraft. And I don't even know how do you build this. Maybe some string and some sticks. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. There's a way to make one of those little brushes so we can dig up some archaeological sites. So, ooh, let's take our fishing pole as well. Let me figure out how to make that real quick. All right, so I've done some research, and it is a copper ingot, a feather, and a stick. And, you know, unfortunately, I don't know how this has happened, but I don't have a single feather to my name, which is a problem. So we're just going to craft one on the way. But our neighbors here are not going to leave us alone. We're going to have to make a break for it. Out this door, and we're going to run for the nearest river. Now, if I remember right, there's one out to the east. I believe that's the direction. So we're going to run out this. Is this the right door? Yeah. We're going to make a dash for it. Are we ready? On your mark. Get set. Go. Oh, that was so slow. Bottom weed, baby. Oh, buddy. I'm calling that way east because I'm calling that way north. No idea if that's accurate, but that's the way we're going. And off we go on an adventure for ancient debris or ancient ancient whatever the things are called, sifty sand, and some clay. So I totally remember this being here. I kind of forgot it was this direction, but is this one of these things that I can sift through the sand with my brush when I get it? There should be some like cracked looking sand. If this is something that I'm thinking it is, like one of those underwater temple-y things, there should be, right there. There it is. We need, and then we're in there. We gotta get ourselves a, oh man, there's so much of it around here. We gotta go find ourselves a chicken as fast as possible, which we live in the middle of nowhere in the desert. So we're gonna have to head in this direction and hope to find a chicken. And then we can go ahead and search for some pottery shards and even some sniffer eggs. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it doesn't look like I was invited. Look at all these turtles. Watch this. Hold on. Oh, no, it's water. I thought I was going to be able to knock them down if I did that. Oh. Unfazed, unbothered. All right. Carry on with your day. Sorry to bother you. I'm looking. Have you seen a chicken? Yeah, I think that's a no. I didn't think it'd be this hard to find a chicken, but we are struggling for sure. We're just going to keep going, venturing on into the darkness. The last thing that I wanted to do in search of none less but a chicken. All right, are we safe? We're back to our little island here. I hear us drowned somewhere, but it must be stuck underneath something. So I don't think we're in any immediate danger. Let's go ahead and place this down. And there it is. My very first brush I've ever had in Minecraft. Bedrock and Java combined. So let's go ahead. Oh no, is it a right click or a left click? Okay, it's a right click. Let's see what we get out of our very first we got a hoe. All right, let's see what we get out of our very first sand. Is that another hoe? Why am I getting hoes? Hold on. Get rid of these. Let me just drop these out of our inventory. Okay. Okay, let's dig around maybe a little bit and see if we can find any more of this suspicious sand. You gotta be careful not to break it, because if you break it, it's all of its magic. What did we just find? Okay. Oh, I see a fishing pole. Now, I'm gonna roll the dice here. Do we think it's good or just full of garbage? A mending fishing rod. Let's go, baby. It's everything I dreamed of it being. So now we can go home. That's it. Wrap series up. Call it quits. And of course, now it's raining. I was kidding. We're not ending the series. Okay, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and just dig around a little. Oh, there we go, right here. And this is why you got to stay persistent. Let's dig this up. Okay, it looks like a pottery shard. And it is, in fact, a pottery shard. Shelter pottery shard. Very interesting. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know the significance of it. But let's keep digging through some of the sand. Maybe we can find some more in here. Forget about the suspicious sand and check out what I found. Another hidden treasure chest. Let me grab what's everything in here. Oh, and it comes with a buried treasure map. How interesting. Quickly, let's think about things we can drop. Oh, goodness. Okay, that chicken doesn't seem all that important. We got some extra boxes, which saves us some wood, which is interesting, or which is nice. But I just got a lot of, I don't really need the cut sandstone. I don't really need the sand either, but I think that's going to come in more handy for farms and stuff. No, I was digging around here just to see if I could find some more suspicious sand, and that's when we found that chest down here. So let's keep digging around. Maybe there's more to find in some of these other ruins. All right, oddly enough, I got distracted once again, per usual. Are we surprised? Probably not. But this map, this treasure map that I just found in those ancient ruins, or the ruins underground, or in the water, geez, brought me here, which is where our little turtle bros are hanging out. And the X is, well, right here, which is interesting. So let's dig around. Now, I'm not sure if these treasure maps work, but it looks like it's, I mean, it looks like I'm standing on top of it. I don't know what else. Okay, if I like line myself up, like that's in the middle of the X that way, and like this is the middle. So seriously, right in here, there should be a treasure chest. I'd be super interested to see how fast we can find it, but how funny that we came here looking for a chicken, hung out with our turtle bros here. Maybe you guys are trying to tell me something. You didn't know where the chicken was at. You knew where the treasure was, didn't you? Yeah. You all look guilty. No! Leave me alone! Get out of here. Oh my goodness, I hate those things. Okay, back to what we were doing. Leave me alone. Stay out of here. Okay, this is definitely the center of the X, but I don't think it can be in sandstone, so I'm thinking it might be more out there. Let's check our surroundings. That skeleton almost got rid of us. Is he gonna show us? Are you coming to show us? Guide me. Guide me to the treasure. Yar. Uh-huh. Okay. He's looking in that general, yep, that general direction, which is right where I was pointing. Is that what's happening here? Do turtles guide you? Oh, that was cruel. You went this far and you stopped? All right, let's give it a try over here in this neck of the woods. And I might have to give up. I don't know how this works. Oh. Oh my goodness. It was here the whole time. All right. Check your surroundings one more time. I see an Enderman. I don't see any creepers or skeletons. I'm going to go down here. Now, I don't have a whole lot of inventory space, so hopefully there's not a ton of good stuff in here. And it's pretty... Oh, no. I have to go down. Oh. I was hitting shift. Oh, no. Come on. Okay, break that. Let's swim back up. I have a better idea. Or worse idea. I'm going to break the whole box. Oh, yikes. The amount of stuff that just came out of that was absolutely crazy. TNT. I see some diamonds. I see some... Holy cow. Okay, this is all way more important than the stuff I got in my inventory. Buy sand. Diamonds. TNT. What else is in here? Some fish. Some gold. Okay, we gotta prioritize our inventory here a little more. I made a big mistake. Big mistake. Okay, let me... Oh, wait, can you put... I have an idea. Is this a thing? I think this is a thing. Oh, well, that's not how you do it. Shout, crouch, shift, place. How do you put a... You can put a chest in a boat, right? Wait. You break the chest boat, the boat, and then you drop like a shovel, and then you open your inventory. Here we go. Oh my goodness, we're making some advancements here. Now, how do we open... Oh, there we go. Open your inventory with the boat. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. I did not know this was possible. Okay, incredible. Let's get as much stuff as we can now. Go back and pick everything up. I'm curious what this potion is. Let's grab the rest of this sand, all the sand. Give it to me. And we can get on out of here and head on back to base. This advancement right here, this chest in a boat is incredible. Now, how did I... Oh yeah, hit E while you're in the boat. What is this? Potion of water breathing. We could have used that an hour ago. All right, well, I think we've got some great looty here. So let's get our booties back to base. And we'll just pour it up right here next to our dock area like we usually do. And can I shift click this? Perfect. Let's bring in all of the good stuff and the clay. We need that, of course, but we don't really need... I have an idea here. We don't really need the sand right now. It's not really important. The pottery shard. Okay, that's everything we can grab. I think that's enough. Let's go ahead and get all this stuff up into base before anything bad happens. Oh no. Are our buddies still up here? Are these guys still hanging out? Has our house been compromised? I don't see them. Maybe they despawn. We've been gone for a few days, so that's best case scenario. We've got 2 more a total of 4 diamonds. I didn't realize we were that rich. And a heart of the sea. I'm not sure what we use that for. This emerald's pretty exciting, and we got some gold nuggies to put into our gold chest. And then I thought I had an iron chest, but I'm not even sure where that's gone. Is this the iron chest? We'll call this the iron chest. Let's leave a couple in our inventory in case we need to build like a last minute pickaxe or something. But I've got all of the clay balls that we could dream of, and they need to go in here and in this one as well. We need as much as we can get as fast as possible. And then we also have kelp, which actually, hold on. I haven't used this before, but what if we put kelp in a smoker? Does that do anything? Excellent. It does cook really fast. That's interesting because I know dried kelp is a fuel source, so maybe we can use that to our advantage later down the road. I'm gonna go ahead and just we gotta take a day and sort our inventory here one of these times. The only thing I've sorted is this terracotta box. Other than that, it's just utter chaos around here. But I'm just gonna chuck some stuff in some chests here, just continue not being organized. for the time being. But we got to keep this thing on our inventory. That brush is going to come in handy when we pass some of these areas. Do we have any place for a chest? I quit building chests. We got enough down here. Maybe do we need anything up in this area? I mean, there's, well, literally nothing. Maybe we add some chests maybe over here, like a personal chest thing. That's really ugly. I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, we'll figure that out later. But anyways, I think what we can do from here on out, the rest of the episode today, or the rest of this recording, is get back to work. All right, before I get started, I kind of had an aha moment here, and I'm really wondering what it would look like to get some of this tuff involved in the upper extremities of his base. So it's going to go from stone into the diorite and calcite back into stone, but I really thought, how can I incorporate some more colors into this gradient on this palette? And what I've come up with is an idea. Now, it's not a foolproof idea, so we're going to have to break some of these guys back out to really test this. But what I want to do is, I don't want to mine down too far to affect the diorite below, but if I can just get some bits and pieces in here where I can darken up some of these edges, I think that might look pretty cool. Now, the only other thing I gotta be careful of, I see how this is a big swooping andesite layer. What I can do is I can drop in here and maybe break some of this out, and we'll get some tuff back in here, just in those locations, and in this one as well, with andesite added to that. But I think that's gonna look pretty good. I think I'm gonna add one more right here. All right, we're gonna do something a little dramatic here. We are gonna try to incorporate the smooth basalt in here. Now I can see, now that we've got some of these places etched in here, where it needs to kind of go, but I'm not sure if that's too dark or not. Now I'm not going to look at it. I want to go ahead and pop out a few more places throughout this wall. You can see this is a good transition out. See, this one's backwards. See how this dome's up down here? So the recession of this basalt should be the other direction. I'm going to go ahead and break some of this ladder, which is unfortunate. But I can put some of the andesite in here. Oh, the andesite's already in there. So the andesite made the change. You know what? We're going to get rid of everything that's not andesite, and that's where our line with this basalt's going to go. Now, I want that to be a piece of andesite. Can I reach? Yeah, I can. And maybe even this too? Nah, we'll leave that one. So what I want to do is we're going to start with this andesite and this basalt, or this tuff, and we're just going to start building a framework like that. Rather than having this random scattered bits in here, we're going to make this, I don't want to call it a pattern, but we're going to make it, we're going to shape it, we're going to mold it to make it look natural. And then as we get higher, like right here in the middle, this will definitely be right. Does that make sense? Yes, that'll be like that. And then, oh no, I need those ladders back. Okay, let's temporary ladders. Yep, we got those in our hand right here. Called cobblestone. What I want to do is get rid of the andesite, and we're going to start popping in some of this darkness from the basalt. Now, I hope it's not too harsh. We're going to take a step back, but I'm really hoping to transition this smoothly. We're going to see how it works. It may not. It may not. That's the trial and error experience. Is it might not actually come to fruition. All right, that should do it. And then we need a little bit more of a smooth basalt. But this is looking pretty good. I think it's looking really good. I'm gonna go ahead and get some more of the blocks of choice here. Do we have any ladders? I got a couple ladders. We lost a bunch of our ladders taking this wall down. Yeah, a bunch of them. Look at that. Oh, and apparently if you fall onto a ladder, you do take fall damage. Lesson learned. Was that an Enderman leg? Or a squid? Might have been a squid passing under. Make sure we pick up all the extra pieces. Nothing goes unwanted around here when you're playing hardcore and you don't have a lot of materials going for you. I need to see if I can find my ladders. I think they fell out the side, which means they probably despawned. Where's this trader at? Here he is. Let's see if he has anything great to offer us. Lots of corals and some pumpkin seeds. Nothing that I don't have, which is good. All right, our next order of business is to start ourselves a little bit of a farm. We've got the crops going, and we've got some of this terraining going, and What on earth is going on here? Why do I have a random... Oh, I'm going to put some of the stone structures in here that I have going down to our wheat fields. I want to start a barn, though, so we can have a proper sheep, chicken, and cow farm. We need the leather, we need the wool, and we need a food supply, and chickens would be just the perfect thing, in addition to our crops and fishing. Now, I don't have a particular location picked out, so we're going to have to do some wandering around here as we select a new location for that. I was thinking about down here, but I want it to be kind of part of our whole design here, our whole theme that we're going with, keeping it small, simple, and clean, and lots of detail, as with the fishing slash wheat mill thing, thing like that, something like that. And so what I want to do is maybe we put it on top of this hill. Now, there's no grass up here. We'll have to terraform back some of the terracotta and bring our grass up here. But this is kind of a cool place to put our barn. I've got some other options, so let's just wander around and see if we can find a cool location for this. Yes, a cool location for you guys. I understand. I agree. You need a home. So let's wander around. Actually, you know what? Right here is actually not a bad spot. We can come out. My goodness, you guys need to just chill. Hush for 1 minute. I think maybe if we come out and then we'll have a path working our way from here over to there, it might be kind of cool. We're also going to bring the path around to meet up with this path over here, and this is more floating fences. You know what? I think I need to go ahead and detail this out. That's going to drive me nuts. But this is our little fishing hole. I feel like this is the safest spot for us to fish. The outer banks of the rivers and stuff are getting really unsafe. So I think I really am liking this area, and I've got a little bit of a build in mind. I'm thinking a tall gable-ended barn, as you would typically see, and then maybe some like corrals off to the side. So it might be a little tight on this plot. We might have to terraform a lot more of this terracotta back, and I am totally not against that. Terraforming is my favorite thing to do. I think it looks awesome when you terraform a pretty cool looking landscape. So let's check with this guy's guy real quick. He's annoying me. Maybe he's got something good. Oh no, it's still you. You can have that though. You're welcome. So yeah, I think what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna probably put it right here. That way we don't have to move the animals very far either. Now, I will apologize. It's going to be very noisy while we do this because, well, if you can't already hear it, these guys are out of control. So yeah, let's go ahead, and I've got some pallets here. I'm gonna go with a dark exterior on like the poles. We'll just do like a little example here. And then on the interior, I'm thinking about mixing up some of the spruce logs with strip spruce. I think that'll look really cool. That helps tie into this as well, although this is regular spruce and this is dark. So we'll see if that really matches together. I know we're kind of changing our palette a little bit. Might be a little dark, but I think it's gonna look okay. And then for the roof, I'm thinking I'm gonna match that roof on our barn just to bring everything together. All of our builds will be complementary of one another. So let's go ahead and break this down, and let's just go line out or align a little bit of a foundation here. Let's just get the outer perimeter done, and then we can get on with scaling this thing. And probably won't get it done before the 150th day, unfortunately, but at least we'll get something started. We'll start by placing our first corner right here. That'll leave room if we want to make an alleyway around the barn. I don't know how deep we'll go yet, but let's go ahead and just line out the face here. So I want to go like 4 wide here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll bring the front out, and then yep, around these annoying guys, we'll go another maybe 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and then likewise 1, 2, 3, 4. The last one's gonna go right on here. That'll be the limits of the face of just the barn itself. So I can already kind of see that a lot of this land over here is going to be terraformed back. We'll probably have to cut this hill back, unfortunately. Oh, our darkwood tree grew. We'll have to cut this back, probably up in here, and really start terraforming down at an angle to get this to work out. And this last little piece over here is just going to be stables for our pal right there. Yes, we're going to make some stables for horses. Hopefully we can get some more horses in the future, some other animals put in there. But let me go ahead and figure out the depth of this as well. I don't really have anything in mind for depth. Let's call it maybe 13 on the front. So if I just head in this other direction and go, I think roughly 13 or so from this block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So it'll be pretty steep. And maybe we can even, this gives us an excuse to do some cool terrain feature in the back, like maybe some sort of retaining wall, like a natural wall built along here to hold up the foundations of this building. I think that'll look pretty cool. and maybe we can even extend it out. Let's leave like a few block gaps, so the wall will kind of come out here and around. It'll be a pretty good drop here in elevation, but I think that'll look pretty cool. So that is the back side of the barn. And likewise 2, 3, 4. This is the limits of this outer wall. So this little piece is going to be kind of inset. The main trunk here, the main center of this will be this big. This is looking a little big. Let's dial it back. Let's go 11. We'll dial it back in there like that. I think I might have gone a little too far. I think that looks a lot better. So what we need to do is we need to go through here. Did I just use spruce? I just used spruce. Did I use spruce for all of these? Oh my goodness. I used the wrong block. Some temporary lighting in there, and this is roughly where the barn's gonna go. So let's work on this little finger here right at first, and then we can get into copy and pasting or just replicating this wing on this side, and then we'll build the center. Again, we may not have time to finish this. We are very limited on days. It's getting eerily close as the sun's beginning to set again. So let's hurry up and get as much as we can get done before the end of this episode. That's looking about right for the size. I'm not sure if I'll put any windows on this back wall here. Maybe I'll put like one here, little slitted windows. You know what, we'll go ahead and add those in now. I wasn't gonna do any windows here, but let's, for the sake of it, go ahead and put them in, and we can always fill them back in later. I think they'll look pretty good here though. We'll put some fences in here, maybe some upside down stairs on that wall, and then now we just need to replicate this half. Oh, I forgot a couple there. Onto the other side, so we're going to do a little bit of scaling, some temporary ground along these edges just to be able to fill this in, and we'll go ahead and just copy and paste what we did here over here. Okay, well that's pretty much the shape of the main barn itself. Now if you can imagine that there would be also these two outside bits will have little lean-tos, and then the top is going to be a little bit taller with a nice big peaked roof here in the middle. Now, the next thing I want to probably focus on, we're lacking in resources a little bit. We're running a little low, so we're going to be really stingy here. But I want to align out, at least use dirt at least, and align where I think this stable is going to go. Now, these I want to have a few stalls, and I want this whole thing to match up kind of with this face, and it's going to go in this direction, which looks like we won't have much fill to do. We just have a lot of cut to do here, which is going to be absolutely horrendous. But we're gonna need some tools where we do that, because I don't want to waste the rest of our diamond pick, the only one we've ever gotten, the only one we ever have, before we get to that point. But let's go ahead and just set out some guidelines here. Now I think I'd like to go like 3 or 4 back. So if I were to say that we're going to continue that out, actually I think we'll inlay at 1 here. So there would be a post on top of that, which I guess I can go ahead and put if I can reach. Hold on, I got this. Hold on. Nope, I don't got this. Let's just do it the easy way. And come on. Yeah, right there like that. And from here, I want these to be like 3 deep should be enough. So this will be the front post will be here. And then we're gonna have a couple stables here. So what I want to do is I want to make these like 3 wide. So every 3, and then there'll be another post. And I want to do like 2 or 3 stalls. This will be 2. How far is 2? I don't want to go too far. No pun intended. I think it needs 1 more. I think 2's weird. I think 3 is the magic number. So it'll be another stall right here. Now we have to repeat all these pillars in the opposite direction. And yes, there's going to be a lot of dirt fill throughout this whole project, obviously, along these edges. And dirt is something we're actually struggling with, oddly enough. It's one of those things you don't typically struggle with in a Minecraft world, because you dig a lot of dirt. But I live in the desert, so it's impossible to get dirt, or feels impossible. But we got to work with what we got. So I think I like the limits of where this is at, and I like the size. I think this is all going to come out really well, resource depending. We always have a lot of resources to gather in the interim, but for now, I think let's just go 3 high. Can we go 3 high? We'll be able to get 3 high across the front here, and that's going to do it for our boundary lumber. And I think that's probably going to do all we can get, because I can't even do the interior. The interior walls are not going to be of the same wood. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some stone along the backside. and that'll help also lead into our little retaining wall. We're going to go here, we'll build the stone across, and somehow we'll attach our retaining wall kind of to the back of this and then wrap it around, so we've got like a little area back here to store hay and things like that for the barn itself. Now inside of this, I want this to be both functional and aesthetically pleasing. What I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a cow farm right here. Now a cow farm is tough to do in Minecraft. Nothing can be automated when it comes to cows. Sheep, you can have an automatic shearer, but cows, we're just going to have to, well, kill them. But what we can do is we can make the breeding process easier. Now I've seen this design done many moons ago, and that is have a bunch of cows up top that you feed inside of a system, and then it'll be a 1-block drop. So all the baby cows should be able to fall down into a pen, and that will be the cows that we, well, kill. And those will be the ones that we use for resources, meat, books, etc. So what I gotta do here is we gotta figure out how to get the cows up top and get this system working. And probably be a next episode ordeal. I don't think I have the resources to even build that at the moment. And this is our final day of this episode. Yeah, we are approaching the final day of 150. So we got ourselves a little agenda for next time. We are going to finish the barn. I'll do some resourcing between now and then, wasting a few days. Don't worry, it won't waste too many. So we're going to gather the remaining resources, and I'm going to get the cows moved up, and maybe we'll get something going here. We'll do that in the next episode, but I just want to make sure we have all the resources. So maybe I'll have to go mock something up in a test world, but I think I can make this work. And also in the interim, I would like to go ahead and grade back this hillside. So that means I need to go do some cave diving. I need to go do some resource collecting, some tool crafting, and a bunch of other not very fun things. As the sun begins to set on the 150th day of our world, I want to extend a heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you for joining me on this thrilling journey. Your support, encouragement, and camaraderie means the world to me, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give this video a like and share with your friends. Remember, the adventure does not end here. Keep exploring, keep building, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in Minecraft. Until next time, stay crafty, stay courageous, and stay beautiful. Goodbye.